In the 1930s, tensions rise in Europe as Nazi Germany, under the leadership of Adolf Hitler, seeks to expand its territory and influence. Hitler's aggressive foreign policy and the ideology of Nazi racial superiority contribute to the growing international concerns. Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party rise to power in Germany in January 1933. The Nazis implement fascist policies, suppress political opposition, and begin rearmament efforts, violating the Treaty of Versailles. In 1936, Hitler orders the remilitarization of the Rhineland, a demilitarized zone imposed by the Treaty of Versailles. This move strengthens Germany's military position and violates international agreements. In March 1938, Germany annexes Austria in the Anschluss, uniting both countries under Nazi rule. This act further strengthens Germany's military and economic power in Central Europe. In September 1938, Britain, France, Italy, and Germany signed the Munich Agreement, which allows Germany to annex the Sudetenland, a region of Czechoslovakia with a predominantly ethnic German population. The agreement is an attempt to appease Hitler and avoid war. Despite the Munich Agreement, Germany occupies the rest of Czechoslovakia in March 1939, violating the agreement and further escalating tensions. On August 23, 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union signed the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, a non-aggression agreement that includes secret protocols to divide Eastern Europe between them. The pact surprises the international community and removes the threat of a two-front war for Germany. On August 25, 1939, Britain and Poland sign a mutual assistance agreement, pledging support in case of aggression. This strengthens Poland's position and signals Britain's commitment to defend Polish sovereignty. On August 31, 1939, Nazi forces stage a false flag attack on a German radio station near the Polish border, known as the Gleiwitz incident. The staged attack is used as a pretext for the invasion of Poland. On September 1, 1939, Germany launches a full-scale invasion of Poland. German forces, including tanks, aircraft, and infantry, cross the border, initiating World War II. The German military employs its newly developed blitzkrieg tactics, utilizing fast-moving armored units supported by air power to quickly penetrate Polish defenses. This strategy allows the Germans to rapidly advance deep into Polish territory. The German Luftwaffe carries out devastating bombing raids on Polish cities, military installations, and infrastructure. These intense aerial bombardments target communication networks, transportation systems, and industrial centers, causing significant damage and civilian casualties. German forces lay siege to the Polish capital, Warsaw. The city endures heavy artillery shelling and air attacks, and Polish forces, although outnumbered and outgunned, mount a determined defense. However, the city is eventually overwhelmed, and the Poles surrender on September 27, 1939. On September 17, 1939, in accordance with the secret protocols of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, the Soviet Union invades Poland from the east. Soviet forces encounter little resistance as they rapidly advance and occupy significant portions of eastern Poland. Despite the overwhelming German and Soviet forces, Polish resistance fighters, both military and civilian, continue to resist the occupiers. They engage in acts of sabotage, intelligence gathering, and underground activities, aiming to disrupt enemy operations and maintain hope for the eventual liberation of Poland. The Polish government, along with military and civilian leaders, establishes a government in exile. Initially based in France and later relocated to London, the government in exile continues to represent Polish interests, coordinate resistance efforts, and maintain diplomatic relations with other Allied nations. The invasion of Poland triggers the declarations of war by Britain and France on Germany. These declarations fulfill their obligations to Poland under the Mutual Assistance Agreement and mark the formal entry of these nations into World War II. Facing overwhelming odds and the combined assault of both German and Soviet forces, the Polish army is forced to retreat and regroup. They attempt to maintain cohesion, organize resistance efforts, and seek support from the Allies. Germany establishes the general government in the central and western parts of Poland. Hans Frank is appointed as its governor. The general government serves as a puppet administration that implements Nazi policies, suppresses Polish culture and institutions, and exploits the resources and labor of the occupied territories. Following the invasion, the Soviet Union incorporates eastern Poland into its own territories. Soviet authorities implement Soviet administration and policies, including the collectivization of agriculture and repression of perceived threats to Soviet control. And so by the end of 1939, Nazi Germany and Soviet Russia had both invaded Poland and split the country. Britain and France had declared war on Nazi Germany, and so began the Second World War.